everyone, Edgy Berserker here with a new unboxing video. I'm gonna try to regulate these ones to once a month, so even though this is the July UpCrate, this one's probably gonna be, if the way things go, September, October you'll be seeing this. Either way though, yeah, I got a new subscription box service, which is great because the exchange rate is actually much better for this one for me because Canadian dollar is a pain. This is not sponsored, so I'm buying stuff with my own monies, but let's open up this bad boy and see what is inside. All right. Whoop. Okay, so we got a key to artistic heaven. I don't want this stuff to fall out, so I'm just gonna show that. Oh. Watercolor palette. Oh boy. Oh boy, I already got one of those, but that's fine. What is this? Washi tape! And it's cute! And this is the magazine that comes with it, as well as the artist's prints. And I think you get some stickers too, which is pretty cool. So we got the artist print. This is by, check out that artist there. They're from Germany. And I'll just throw that there too so you can kind of get an idea. I'm not going to look at this though because this actually tells me what's inside. But I have a feeling this is going to be watercolor related. Ooh, little watercolor stripperinos for this. I might just do my tests on here, but I don't know if I'll do the artwork on here. We'll see. We'll see. So, okay, let's have a look and see. Oh god, it's ripped open. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let's check her out. Alright, okay, oh, it's gouache time. So we got some fine gouache, let's see, sorry. LeBlanc and something, ivory black. We got a little brushy, of course. This one we got some, what? Here we got actually Liquitex, light blue permanent acrylic, so we're doing some mixed media here. Okay, so we got blues and we got also primary yellow, so it looks like we're gonna be working with blues, whites, and stuff. Is heaven a place on earth? So that's the magazine, so let's have a look here quick. I'm just gonna quickly show what's inside. Okay, so I have a feeling the acrylic's supposed to do some highlighting, maybe? We've got some gouaches, so that's pretty cool. It's a very limited palette, but they're showing how you can mix some stuff. Jojo, are you being a naughty little kitty, buddy? Oh my god, hold on. We're gonna have a Jojo disaster. He saw box and now wants box. Anyways, so we got the magazine here. So it's going to show us how to use a limited palette. So that's going to be actually kind of cool. Alright, I have to figure out what I'm going to do for this. But this is being recorded ahead of time anyways, just so I got the unboxing out of the way. And we'll go from there. Yeah, so sit tight. I ruined my feng shui because of my wonderful cat Jojo, but that's okay because he's wonderful. I love my little guy. Anyways, everyone, it's all good. And yeah, we got some supplies here to work with. And we'll go from there. Alright, so the first thing that we do is obviously washi tape the image down. Because, you know, they gave us the tools. We're gonna work with it. This is like, the theme was for like outdoorsy painting and that. So basically it's like limited palette because you're limited in what you can bring along with you. Single brush. They didn't give a pencil, they just would have wanted you to paint right away, but edgy ain't about that thug life. But I was in a Final Fantasy mood and doing this. So I decided, well, because at the time I was streaming Final Fantasy VIII, so I was like, let's draw some GFs. And not girlfriends, but Guardian Forces. So I started off with Tonberry, aka Mixed Stabby. We're just naming them the names that, you know, we called them during the game. And yeah, we just went ahead and I just started painting. First things first, I will mention, I probably mentioned it before, I'm not used to water activated gouache at all because I was very much I'm very accustomed to whole buying acrylic wash, so I'm used to the more permanents. And yeah, I was like, okay, well, I don't know what to expect. So my first thoughts were, this is goopy. But then I realized, no, wait. That's only the ugly phase of the painting. Don't worry, Edgy. It's fine. So I just kept pushing forward, and I was getting the hang of it. I just had to kind of get in the mindset of it's a shadable watercolor. Because I do have like a watercolor mode, and then gouache, I get in a gouache mode. But one thing I didn't expect in this was to mix the acrylic with gouache. And it's like water activated gouache, but it's mixed with like, you know, acrylic being perma. But you know what, I gotta say, it worked. It actually worked rather well. It gave an interesting finish too when it dried. It was still had kind of like the matteness of the gouache, but a more sometimes the shininess of the acrylic, depending the levels of mixing, which was pretty cool. Now, I will say though, I did not like the brush they gave with this. But I should also preface though that the brush is meant for thick-bodied paints, but the only thick-bodied paint really in this, and plus, as you notice, I am watering down and thinning out. The thick bodiness was actually the acrylic, which in the the second one that we're doing, I use more of. But again, we're using it with gouache, which, you know, you can water down or lop it on, whichever you prefer. And yeah, so I was just like, you know, painting the little palette that came with this. I'm using it still. I bought myself that big box of jelly gouaches because they were on sale, and I was like, you know what, I gotta pull the trigger and do it. So, and that one has been actually my little mixer tray for that. So, you know what? It's a nice little palette, I have to say. Easy to clean and all that. So if you can find one with like a Wells like that, by all means, definitely, absolutely. This was also my first UpCrate I ever got, and I have to say I was very happy with this first choice already. And spoilers, I have a second one too now at the time of this recording. I'm also very happy with what they gave me. So, as for now, I'm going to continue on with UpCrate. I know that my next video is probably going to be a combo of the two, even though it's going to seem like one video. But it's only because I'm like, I got a lot of these boxes and I have not been keeping up. Oops. I also don't want the channel to be just sorely just unboxings, so I want to do some other things here. Obviously, doing 2 videos a month was a good idea for that. And yeah, right now Tomberry, it was starting to get out of that ugly phase as I was painting, and I was actually very into this. At the time, I know I was watching my friend Mr. Revan7, aka Chris Herman, aka runner of the YouTube channel Glass in a Glass. Oh, and here's the nice close-up of Tonberry. I didn't pull the tape off yet, though I should have now that I thought about it, but that's only the footage I had, whatever. I mean, granted, I have the artwork still, so, you know, no, whatever. Anyways, we're going on to the next one. I was very happy with Tonberry there. Next one, I was like, well, we're going to draw our good friend Ruby Face, aka Carbuncle. And I was like, I know I don't have the red, like the means to mix reds, so I was just like, we'll just do as limited palette as we can. And work with what we got. So I got the quick sketch layout. Oh, and as I was saying, sorry, Class in a Glass. I was actually watching one of his live streams. So if you're interested, Mr. Revan7, he is on Twitch. He's also a friend of the channel, and highly recommend him. He's a very awesome person and also very fun. So as I was painting Carbuncle here, this is where I was like, oh, okay, I guess this works with the thickness, I guess. But I was like not getting the mixes that I wanted, so I was just kept layering and layering basically. Again, I can't state enough though how much the mixing of gouache and acrylic was weird. Though, you know, it's weird though for me to say that too, because gouache is kind of like that happy in between. But acrylic's literally plastic. So like, when that, you know, dries and that, it has a different texture and whatnot, as does gouache. Gouache is more flat and matte. and that's due to the fact that it's graphic design related. So like they would do the artwork in gouache, and then that way it just scans beautifully, because they didn't have to worry about like you know, reflecting lights and whatnot. So for me it was really odd. Like you kind of see this shine in the top corner there where my light's on the ear, and you can kind of see the acrylic coming through on that per se. Where with gouache, if it was in the drying phase, it wouldn't matter too much. But in acrylic, that's a different beast altogether. But yeah, so I was like, okay, let's get some shading. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that will fix things. So, yeah, this was a very much an interesting project. Like, I gotta say, my favorite thing about UpCrate is how it's, and I gotta state again, not sponsored here. I'm buying this with my own money. The thing about it is that, I don't know, it's like actually making me feel like I'm like thinking outside the box with it. I mean, I don't know if that's like, you know, that's the point of the art subscription boxes, really. Like, Scrawler box, same deal. But yeah, it just was interesting though. Like, this one gave me like full tubes. It didn't even give me the baby tubes, with the exception of the Liquitex. And, you know, that's, paint's expensive, especially the high grade stuff. So it's really, really cool that those was included, you know? And yeah, I don't know, just so far with like the 2 boxes I've opened so far with this, I've been very happy with it. You know, again, oh my gosh, I keep doing this dead air. Okay, there we go. I had to edit earlier because there was like a lot of dead air, and it's like, oh, I should have looked over this video better. Of course, it's like unsyncing stuff, and I have to refix all the audio and that. That's what's been going on with me and behind the scenes. Oh, still getting used to this whole like high-end editing stuff, because, you know, I am baby when it comes to this kind of thing, because I am not used to editing and that. Like, I do my own stuff for my fighting game channel, Edgy Berserker or Edgy Plays. And that one, you know, that one is my default channel. I love fighting games, as everyone knows. And even then, before I made it just exclusively fighting games, I love JRPGs. That was also another big one, because again, Final Fantasy is a big thing. I actually have a full Let's Play of Final Fantasy VIII, the original, not even the remaster. And then on streaming, I was doing the remaster, and I just had so much fun playing the game. I like 8 a lot. That one gets such a bad rap sometimes. Like, I gotta say, Remaster did a good thing, though. Drawing magic system is the biggest flaw of 8. I will, like, full out say that, because that is, like, kind of like, oh god, I gotta sit here and draw. But, big old butts. That one, though, the Remaster has a ×3 button, so it speeds it up, and also a button for, like, it's like an invincibility mode. But it literally makes you have instant turns, so you could just sit there and easily get 100 of a magic you're looking for, like, right away. It's crazy. It's crazy. It worked beautifully, though. It's great, because for streaming, that means I got to do some off-screen grinding. And by grinding, I mean getting my stats better. And it worked out beautifully. And I actually platinumed Final Fantasy VIII Remaster, which is awesome. Okay, so here's Carbuncle. This one, I did peel the tape off of. And as you can see, you know, it got a little streakiness to it. But I kind of like the roughness and charm of him as well. It's a very cute, good old ruby face. Of course, now we had the final, which is the easiest one and also the shortest one. Cactar, or as what I like to call him, the Hype Tour. I did have some erasing. I just want to make the lines a little lighter, even though layering would have been fine. Now, I gotta say though, with this one though, I probably wouldn't have hurt to add some more shading later. It is a little flat looking, but whatever. And I used up all the paper that they included, the little samples of, and I also didn't realize, but it's also like cotton watercolor paper. I never used cotton watercolor paper before, and its absorption rate was very nice, I gotta say. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I like gouache and acrylic and watercolors. If they ever include an oil painting thing on there, or soft pastels, that'll be like the ultimate challenge for me. Because those are the two that I just don't use. Like, I hate soft pastels. They are messy. They get everywhere. I'm sounding like Anakin Skywalker. But I'm not a fan of soft ones. Oil pastels, I love those. I might actually do a video on those someday. I'm still learning a bit with them, but I'm learning some techniques and I'm really, really enjoying them. But yeah, soft pastels, no. Oil painting's a different thing. Ain't got no time to wait for like 3 days for something to dry. Not to mention, I have bad ventilation in my apartment, so it's not feasible for me to get into oil. That's another reason. Because, you know, sometimes it gets stinky and I really don't want that wafting up my apartment. I don't even get air conditioning in here, you know? So it's like, yeah. And, yeah, so, like, those are my two big ones for, like, physical art. And eventually I might do, actually, some digital art on here, too, when I'm having, like, days where I'm like, you know, I need an easy day. So it's like, whatever. It's fine. It works. But yeah, Cactar, though, was coming together a little quicker because it is a quicker drawing, but also because I was starting to get used to the materials I was given as well. So I was like, oh, okay, I kind of understand this water-activated gouache now a little more. Mixing with acrylic, though it's still weird for me, still worked out okay. Yeah, like this one here would not have hurt to put some extra highlights on it. Like just a little white would have made him sparkle just a little bit, but I didn't do that. That was my fault. But whatever, it's fine. All right, here's how Cactar looks. It turned out very well. But now we'll get back to Current Edgy Berserker to tell you more about the finale of this. So, overall, this UpCrate was an interesting experience. In my case, I'm usually used to using acrylic gouaches. When it comes to gouache, I wasn't used to reactivating, I'll be completely honest. I'm also, with this one, the heavy body, that was like very thick boy. I'm not complaining. That it is a good art supply. It's excellent. I never even thought of mixing acrylic with gouache, to be honest with you, which is kind of funny when you think about it. But yeah, overall, I like these. This washi tape is very pretty. My biggest complaint, though, is this brush here. I did not like this brush at all. It didn't feel good for me. But here we have Cactar. We have Carbuncle, and of course we started with Tonberry. Alright, so as you can see, I did a jump cut just to show everything nice and proper here. So these were the paintings that I did. So I'm going to move them up a bit. So I did Tonberry, I did Carbuncle, and I did Cactar. And overall, I have to say I did like the supplies, except for that brush. Screw that brush. UpCrate, though, is pretty cool in the sense that it does give you like kind of instructionals of mixing and stuff and how to use the supplies together. I admit I didn't read the book, though, when I did that. I was just like, I know gouache, I can do this. And well, it turned out I'm not used to the water activated gouache, so oops. The ones I usually use is the whole line acrylic gouaches, so there you go. But otherwise, though, overall, I enjoyed using the minimal palette. I had a lot of fun with this. This was great. I've been enjoying UpCrate so far. I actually have a backlog of crates now, but next one I might do just like the two together, because both are like illustrations that I can finish pretty quickly. So yeah, this has been, I believe, yeah, this is the July UpCrate. This is the July one. I have August UpCrate in my final scrawler box, unless I get a sponsorship or price goes down, and I got those to work on. But you know what, okay, this has been the July kit, and overall I've been very happy with it, except for this thing. I did not like this brush at all. Personal opinion, though, so you know, take it as it is. And I also decided to get funky and add a nice little washi tape background on Cactar there. Either way, though, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Patreons to my right over the tubies there, thank you so much for your support. It means a lot. Everyone, if you haven't already, I feel weird doing this because I don't do this often. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That'd be great. So until next time, this is Edgy Berserker signing off, and I will see y'all later. Bye now.